Okay, well, there have been responses on the internet and from this website that we were looking at, and one of them, whose name is Insane, goes, "I'm from China and I don't know what this song is about. I think Axel is basically throwing out a bunch of buzzwords like Iron Fist, Locked Up, and Falun Gong, and it's like Sarah Palin talking about the economy." Okay.
That's right. Even the album art is controversial. The album art includes the oil painting Red Star by Shi Feng.
Yeah.
He's a Beijing artist, and it depicts the powerlessness of the Chinese people.
Shi Feng is well known for his controversial paintings, and this is another one of his paintings called Controlling, which depict little Chinese people being picked at by a huge hand. It's actually quite a cute painting.
Small people there.
Yeah.
That's a really cool hand.
Okay, do you think that this album is going to be a classic down the road?
Well, after 14 years, something coming out of GNR, it's going to stay.
Really?
Yeah, but
Really?
I think it's a trilogy or something. Is it going to be like a trilogy for the albums? I think
Yes,
the final
it's
one
a
comes
start.
out in 2012. So this, if it's the start, then something good.
But do you think it will be as big as like Appetite? Okay, JJ, do
Appetite
you
for
think this
Destruction.
will be like as big as Appetite for Destruction? I mean, like even now, you know, people like us at our age, we look back and we go like, Appetite was really good. So do you think maybe in 10 years, people who are like 19, 20 are going to look back and go like, oh, you know, Chinese democracy was really good?
Oh, this is a tough question, but
Do you think it's
I
good enough to
guess-
be epic?
yeah, but because he has a background of 14 years worth of producing, so I guess people will still remember it after like 10 years or something. One of the longest awaited album.
Okay.
Edmund, do you like the album? Or like all the do you like all the music inside?
I guess it's a bit selective on my list, on first few hearings. I'll say I'll give like 3 stars out of 5.
3 stars
3
out of
out of
5.
okay, out of
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Because I know quite a lot of people who actually hate it. They think the music's overproduced, and that, well, for one thing, it sounds very, very different from the earlier albums.
Yeah.
Without Slash, without...
In fact, Axl Rose, the last of the gang.
That's
to,
right.
You know,
That's right.
got on with
It's almost an Axl Rose album rather
It's
than
Axl Rose and Hired
album.
Guns.
So I guess, I mean,
And Dizzy Reed.
I'll give good ratings based on just the lyrical content inside. I guess there's a lot to tune into and stuff like that, because all the songs are pretty long in the length. And I realized that all the lyrics needs to really digest, like track by track, not just by album itself. Because all the tracks plays like, it almost says like a story or something. So I feel that maybe certain songs might get to me later on. Just like it's been 14 years and he has this idea of like Chinese democracy, and now that it comes out and it just fits into the world or something. I don't know, China or maybe.
But it doesn't hit you at the gut level, does it? The way Appetite for Destruction did.
Not really, because like the guys, they were saying that Appetite was the best album. So I felt that at that time it was really like a key album for almost everyone.
Yeah.
Like teenagers, and you know, you had something to say and you're being suppressed, and this album just helps you out in all like of all things mental, I would say. So it just makes you feel like, you know, there's a channel where you can just go on to just listen to music and let it be. You know, things happen and stuff like that.
Okay, so all right, so let's.
Okay, I have a
Let's put-
question for
yeah.
Lexi actually. I was wondering, you know, like how Ed mentioned that Appetite was epic and people could identify with it. Can you identify with anything on this album?
Other than the fact that it took a really long time to make, I guess I can identify with it because it's like, it's Guns N' Roses, right? I mean, people who don't even listen to the music knows who Guns N' Roses are. And kind of like, no matter how big you are, even if you're like a big band, you can put out like, I'm not saying the record is lousy, you can put out a lousy record and people still buy it, you know what I mean? So I guess I can identify the record and I can see it down the road, but personally it wouldn't be like a classic must buy for me. I don't see myself like really loving it or anything because it's kind of industrial and stuff.
Yeah,
It is very industrial.
Sounds very different.
So like, okay, all right, our favorite album is Appetite for Destruction, and second would be Use Your Illusion.
1 and 2.
Yeah, both.
1 and
It
2?
comes in the package. So.
This one would be third, I would say.
after
Lies. Oh,
after
sorry, Lies is still
for me.
better
Lies.
than
I
this.
like Lies.
Yeah, I like Lies
I like
too.
Lies as well.
So this is by
This
far
is
one of the
quite
worst ever
honest.
extended
And
ad.
maybe Spaghetti Incident. That was the
Really,
worst.
it was terrible.
It was
Yeah,
like
but that was
terrible.
covers, so you can't really fault them for all that.
Was that fault for covering those songs?
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
true. Maybe that one below this.
Okay, where do you think the sound is going to go from here, Jeremy?
I think it's I've heard most of the tracks in there already, and
Yeah.
for me, I think they hit it on the nail again the next album, and because it's going to be a trilogy, right? So it's going to carry on. And what Edwin said, it's like a story. Each one is a story, so it's going to be like a story. It's going to keep going the same way in the exact same direction.
Okay.
And its fan base is just going to keep growing.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You really think so?
Well, if their upcoming albums is going to be this overproduced, in my opinion, with
Well, he had
every
14
song,
years, right? It's
yeah,
gonna be well produced.
every song sounding like a mini epic. I don't know. I don't really connect with the music. With the exception of some singles like Chinese Democracy and maybe Better, I'm not.
I
I'm
like
not a big
Shackler's
fan of this one.
Revenge out of the whole thing.
I like Better.
Better is good, right?
Yeah,
Better is one of the better songs.
That's why it's called
There's a
Better.
song in there that sounds like November Rain.
It's because
Yeah.
November Rain was like the start of his epic
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
you know, and then
It's the
now
start of
he's
his epic
continuing
thing,
the
it's-
Oh,
epic
it was,
thing,
but it
I
sounded
guess.
almost the same. I thought I was playing the wrong
kinda
track for a minute.
Did you like it? Did you like
I think it was pretty good. It was pretty good. One of the songs that I can actually remember listening to it. I think it was a song right after Better. I think it's
Street of
Dreams,
Dreams.
something like that.
Okay.
It's pretty alright.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. That's
Okay,
all the time
thanks.
that we have. And thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for Rage.
Bye bye.